What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Found Bytes, a game review series. My name is Brian, and I'll be your host. If you don't know about us, we're all about testing out and finding small, high-quality video games. And this week is another Tales and Sales episode where we do a quick rundown of some first impressions for 5 small games, and then highlight some games from our discussion catalog that are currently on sale on major platforms. So let's jump right in and talk about some first impressions of some games, and let's start with a game called Sundered. This is available on PC, Mac, and all major consoles. I put it about 1 to 2 hours, and it's actually the second time I've picked this game up. It's a fairly simple 2D Metroidvania. It has some very hack and slash feel to it, especially with the enemies. It's a lot of just like they're grouping up together and you're just kind of button mashing a little bit. Eventually you will get some powers and abilities. Like I said, it is a Metroidvania. You will get like that wall jump, that double jump. It seems a bit barren, at least in this opening area. I don't know how much of the rest of the game is like this, but it's a lot of empty rooms that you're kind of dropping through and finding other ways to get around to another room. It reminds me a lot of Axiom Verge, which is a game that I do like, but it isn't as old school in that way. It just seems kind of empty. Visually, the game is pretty beautiful. I like the crisp colors and sort of the mechanisms, and it's like you're in an advanced warehouse or something like that. But I feel like there could be more here. It's kind of vanilla. Again, I'm just in the opening sequence. I don't know if the game opens up and punches in a lot more character, but for me, it's really just not quite there. Next up is a game called Foreclosed. This is available on PC and consoles. I put in a little more than an hour, maybe closer to 2. In terms of concept, this game is kind of a cross between like Deus Ex, Watch Dogs, and a literal comic book, which is a really nice concept. There are a lot of bright colors, there are really cool vibes. Like the way that the game progresses, it's almost like different boxes in the comic book page are kind of sliding in, and you see a lot of like onomatopoeia as sounds are being made. So it's really cool. I really like the vibe in that respect. But the game is super janky. It's like a third-person game, and it's kind of over the shoulder, almost like Arkham Asylum. You can invert the X camera axis, which is really annoying to me, and I know that might just be a me problem. But also the joystick for when you're moving the camera, it's so sensitive, and it really is jarring because you're trying to just move a little bit, and it moves a lot. Another thing that's really annoying is that you can't skip the dialogue. That can be frustrating because even if I could just speed it up, sometimes you'll die in an encounter, and you have to go back before you read all the dialogue, and then you have to sit and wait, and they talk so slowly. So just a lot of quality of life things that are really frustrating. Again, I really like the concept of this game. It's very cyberpunk. There's hacking, and you get different abilities. But all in all, I just feel like the game is not really well executed from a gameplay standpoint, and that's really what's keeping me from going further. Next up is a game called Blade and Bones. This is available on PC and PlayStation, I believe PS4. I put in about 2 hours into this game. It's like this third-person action role-playing game in an open world. I feel like it has so many different identifying factors, but it kind of doesn't really try to master any of them. Visually, and I really don't want to harp on this too much, but this game looks like an alpha PS2 game. It's super blocky, and normally I'm not somebody that is going to put down a game because of the visuals, but it just really feels like there's no character in this game. It just makes everything kind of blasé and bland. Even the character models are just like clearly out of like a computer simulation. They don't even have like facial structures, really. I think it tries to be like a Dark Souls replica type of thing. There's like the sword combat, and you can dodge, and all of that timing and stuff, it needs a lot of work. It looks like there's a lot of area for customization, like equipping different weapons or different special abilities. I feel like it has the potential for some depth as well as some exploration because it is kind of open world. But overall, I feel like the game is just really bland. I feel like this would be a nice first go for like a developer, but I think it's just missing a lot of character, especially when I compare it side by side with a game like Mulaka, which I really wasn't that high on, but definitely had some color, some character, and something to take away from, but this is really lacking. Next up is a game called Scourge Bringer. This is available on PC, all major consoles, and on Vita, but it is not cross-buy, so I had to buy it on Vita because I did play a little bit on Vita, about 1 to 2 hours. This is a 2D roguelike platformer, just like what you'd expect from something like Rogue Legacy. Definitely has the feel of a game like that, mixed with like Axiom Verge. A lot of single screen rooms, multiple enemy waves. It's very fast paced and very challenging. I found myself just getting my butt kicked, and it's a lot of like you go through a couple rooms, they're randomly generated, and you're trying to get to a boss. And most times I couldn't even make it to the boss. I was just getting my butt kicked. but really some solid combat abilities, mid-air combos. It's a lot of kinetic stuff, like you jump in the air and you can just kind of keep attacking. For me, it's too tough, and I'm not a roguelike fan, so this is definitely not a game for me. Visually, I do feel like there are some interesting things going on. It's very utilizing of the negative space, this minimalist. So I do dig that. If this is your genre, I think you might want to check this game out, but it's a little too tough for me. And finally is a game called Death and Taxes. This is available on PC, Mac, and the Switch. I put about 1 to 2 hours into this game a little while back. It's an interesting concept. It's like this bureaucratic sim about being in an office and you're dealing with death. Conceptually, it's kind of a little bit like Grim Fandango, like you're having people come in and like you're reading case files. It is reading heavy, and it is choice-based, kind of like those D&D decisions, those crossroad things that you're doing. There's a lot of corporate humor in this, and so it has a lot of character, and they play with colors a lot. Like sometimes they'll have reds, but sometimes it'll be like a bland gray and black or white or something like that. So I do like the visuals and the overall vibe. To me, it was a bit slow. I was kind of waiting for something to happen. Sometimes you're given like ultimatums, like you have to do this, or you need this many of this quota by this day. Like I never went against it, but I'm really interested to see what happens when you go against it, if there are consequences. Maybe that's sort of more at the heart of the game. So I might get back to this game. It's definitely different, so I am interested by this, and I might give it a second go. All right, now let's move on to some sales. Now, because of potentially coincidence or that I may be an idiot, today we're not really going to have any Steam or Switch sales because the Steam Winter Sale ends today as of this publishing day, and the same goes for games on Switch. A lot of them are ending in a couple hours, so we're really just going to focus on PSN, and so let's go into detail about what's on sale on PSN. There's currently a holiday sale. Now, there are 2 dates that you need to be aware of. One is January 6th, which is only 2 days from posting of this, and then another one is January 17th, which is about 2 weeks. Some of these games are listed all in holiday sale under 117, but after some digging, I found that about half of them are going to expire in 2 days. So just be aware of that. I'll try to list them differently. So let's start with games that are expiring potentially on the 6th in 2 days. And we have The Pathless. This is on sale on PSN for $15.99. We've talked about that. That's one of our episodes. Return of the Obra Dinn is on sale for $13.39. That's a great deal for a really interesting and unique game. Check out our episode on that. Nocturnal, one of our recent episodes, that's on sale for $13.99 for the next 2 days. Bat Boy is on sale for $11.24 on PSN. Great game. Got the Platinum Trophy for that. Check out our episode. That will be on sale for the next 2 days. Narita Boy is on sale for $2.49. That's a really great price. I would absolutely jump on that. Jack Move is on sale for $12.99 for the next 2 days, and that is a great role-playing game. Really was a big fan of that. Check out our episode. Trigger Witch is on sale for $5.99, and that is a great deal for Trigger Witch. Black Book is on sale for $9.99 for the next 2 days. Merchant of the Skies is on sale for $8.24. That is PS5 only. Book of Demons, that is a game we've covered on an episode of the podcast. That's on sale for $2.49. That's a great Diablo replacement if you need something to scratch that itch. Apotheon is on sale for $4.49 for the next 2 days. That is a great deal for a great 2D Metroidvania. Really unique visuals, Greek mythology. Definitely jump on that. Darkwood is a game we've talked about before. That is on sale for $5.99. That's a great top-down survival horror game. And Bug Fables, The Everlasting Sapling, is on sale for $9.99. That is a great deal for a great Paper Mario-inspired role-playing game. And then the rest of these games will be on sale on PSN until January 17th, so you have plenty of time for these. And first up is Inscription. That's on sale for $10.99. That's a great deal on Inscription. I mean, this game has everything. I would definitely jump on that. Gris is on sale for $4.24. That's a beautiful game. Great deal there. Trek to Yomi. That's on sale for $7.99. That's a really good deal. West of Dead. That's our previous episode. $3.99 for the regular edition on that. That's a great deal. Definitely jump on that. Norco is on sale for $8.69. Transistor, $3.99, that's on sale. Unbelievable deal for Transistor. Morbid, The Seven Acolytes, is on sale for $3.74. Sparklight is on sale for $3.74 as well. Two great games for a great low price. Signalis is on sale for $13.99. That's a great survival horror game, very futuristic. Androids, great game there. Death's Gambit, that is on sale for $11.99. What a great 2D Souls-like, amazing soundtrack. I got the vinyl for that, really good stuff. Witchwood is on sale for $12.99. Soul Vars is on sale for $8.49. That's a great price for that game. Chance of Sonar is on sale for $13.99. That's a recent episode, really great linguistics game. And then finally, the Hotline Miami Collection is on sale for $4.99. An absolutely epic deal. Now just note, this is the PS4 and PS5 cross version, not the one that has cross-buy on Vita. So be aware of that if you're jumping on that. And unfortunately, no sales on Steam and on Switch because their winter sales are ending as of publishing this. So that is going to wrap up this episode. Stay tuned for our next episode to see what new games we found for you.